Declaration of Human Rights. So it's an important day in terms of the times we're living in. The speakers have 3 minutes. You state your name and address for the record. I'm going to read from the list. If anybody's calling remotely, they'll also be recognized. And so we'll begin. First name is Aram Ayalon, former alderman.
Yeah, I know that. Good evening, everybody. I'm happy to see you all. I usually would sit right there to listen to the public participation. I put in for each one of you the resolution we had from 2019. And so on October 2019, the City Council passed unanimously with 5 Democrats and 2 Republicans co-sponsoring the first ever climate change emergency declaration among Connecticut municipalities. We're the first. The declaration was written based on a hearing that we held prior to the meeting with experts from UConn, from Trinity College, from Connecticut Institute of Resilience and Climate Adaptation, from the Connecticut Fund for the Environment, the Connecticut Green Bank, and the Blue Earth Compost. And some of you were there. Some of you were there and voted for it. The reason why I'm bringing up this is because the New Britain residents are suffering from increasing extreme weather events, causing increased flooding, like the Allen Street Basin. We have long, hot summers that are requiring ever-increasing utility costs for air conditioning, increasing air pollution, resulting in more health issues, compounding by the increasing health costs. Furthermore, New Britain's own development has left the city more vulnerable to floods and heat. If you can remember, Costco had a beautiful, huge trees before they got cut down. The Public Works Center near De Laredo took off some more available place for water. Artificial turf in sports fields, reduced permeable surfaces, and so on. In addition, the city have been losing a lot of its trees and not being replaced. Another reason why I'm bringing this declaration today is that the Trump administration is scaling back all the U.S. commitment to combat climate change. And so now, ever before, it's up to us, for the city and for the states, to make up for what the federal administration is not doing. So this 2019 declaration, I think it'd be a good start, a blueprint for the new mayor and for the city council to go about. Here are some highlights from that declaration. You can read it on your own. Number 1 is establish a task force. A joint task force should have the department in there, the city council representative, city commissioners. If you may, Chairman, if I finish just this 4 quickly. So to come with a plan. Take steps to reduce carbon pollution we're starting with the fleet. Today you are voting for 10 vehicles that are gas eaters, and I know some of you who know me, I always raise it up. It's time to find hybrids and electric. Creating a municipal composting program, and so on. I will be willing to participate in any task force and make my contribution. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Aram. Mr. Ayalon. Next person on the list, actually I have something that says Hartford County Audit. Is there somebody who answers to that?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Name and address for the record, sir.
My name is Jonathan Figueroa. I live at 40 Chestnut Street, New Britain, Connecticut. Good evening, Mayor Sanchez, members of the council, members of the public. Everyone knows me as Hartford County Audit, YouTube activist, independent journalist, and advocate. And I'm a New Britain resident. Thank you for the opportunity to speak this evening. I'm here to raise three concerns I believe directly impact public trust, civil rights, and accountability in our city. First, police civil rights training and accountability. I have personally witnessed and many residents have experienced interactions where constitutionally protected activity, such as asking questions in public buildings, filing FOIA requests, or conducting lawful business, is treated as suspicious or disruptive. This is deeply concerning. Respectfully, I want to ask, what concrete steps in the city taken to ensure New Britain police officers receiving ongoing training on civil rights, First Amendment order, activity, and de-escalation in public spaces? I also want to raise concerns about internal affairs investigations being handled entirely within the same department. Even when officers act in good faith, internal-only investigations can undermine public confidence. Independent or external oversight options should be considered to strengthen transparency and trust. Second, a follow-up on public safety enforcement. I previously raised concerns regarding Puff and Go Smoke Shop and the alleged illegal distribution of marijuana. I provided video evidence and asked that the matter be reviewed. I am here tonight to respectfully ask for an update on the status of that investigation and what enforcement steps, if any, are being taken to protect public health and ensure compliance with state law. Third, a specific incident involving civil rights in the public library. A resident go by the name of Jose Cruz was trespassed and arrested from a public library while engaging in a lawful activity, including submitting a FOIA request. I was firsthand a witness. I did not observe harassment, threats, or disorderly conduct. I also possess video evidence and statements from on-site security supporting that conclusion. To date, I have not been contacted by officers to provide my witness statement or evidence. I respectfully ask why witnesses and available video evidence have not been reviewed and what steps are being taken to ensure a fair and complete investigation. Just a little bit more time, please, if I may. 30 seconds. Okay. My goal tonight is not to attack anyone, but to advocate for policies that protect civil rights, promote accountability, and restore trust between the community and law enforcement. I appreciate Mayor Sanchez's recent comments regarding the information of a Blue Ribbon Task Force and hope these concerns will be meaningfully addressed as part of that process. Thank you for your time and for allowing me to speak.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Our next speaker is Kelly Nouse.
Hello, how you doing? My name is Kelly Noss. You guys know me very well.
State your address, Kelly, just for the record.
29 Cedar Street again. I'm calling you in regards of a police report that I'm also having a major issue with. Because, you know, my head was cracked open feeding a breakfast at 8 o'clock in the morning with 60 people witnessing it, and my priest, and all my vestry members, okay? So I have 60 witnesses that watched me get my head cracked open and almost get killed. So I have 6 friends that did a police report in front of me and handed it to the police department. During my assault, I was repeated slamming against the concrete surface, giving me traumatic brain injury. Due to the severity of this injury, I was medically put on Social Security. Since this date of my assault, I have repeated and lawfully attempted to obtain the official police reports and investigation documents and related records regarding this incident. Despite my rights under Connecticut law, I have been considerably denied access and ignored and otherwise obstructed by the official of the New Britain Police Department. These records are essential for me to pursue a civil right action concerning handling and investigating a potential suspicious matter. I'm sorry, I can't read good because of my brain injury. Refusal to release these public document records raise concern that potential or eternal consideration may exist that have shielded my investigation to individuals responsible or otherwise preventing proper disclosure of my police reports. I dressed up in Santa Claus and I went to the police department with all my witnesses, and I don't have any of those witnesses on any police report. My police report says that I refuse to give a statement. So therefore, I have 6 witnesses that I brought to the police department.
Can
I
you
was
sum it up,
kicked out.
Mr. Nous? Thanks.
And I was kicked out. And you lied to Santa Claus. You're going to get coal in your stocking, all you guys. All of yous, okay? God bless you. Love you all.
Thank you, sir. Next speaker I have is Venancio Paro. Did I say that correctly? Yes. Thank you. Ms. Lewis, did I say that?
Good night, everyone. Yes,
Good evening. Name and address for the record. The floor is yours.
yes, my name is Venancio Amparo, as you just say it. And I live in 465 Meadow Street. The address I put over there is a little convenience store that my wife has. I say my wife because I'm the one who opened the store, but I had a brain aneurysm and I ended up that I cannot work like that anymore. So here's what happened. The reason I'm here tonight is because I've been followed by the city in a bad way, because at 430 West Main Street at A&B Mini Market, that little store, I opened it 7 years ago, and it passed to my wife because I'm not allowed to work anymore like that. But I still go to the store since I've been walking, because I was not able to walk before and talk. Now I can try it. So I've been going to help my wife. Whenever she want to buy something, she don't drive, so I go with her. And I've been getting tickets just to bring something in the store. So I don't understand how the city gave a permission to have a business and you're not allowed to bring your stuff to the business. That's the matter I have. Today, as a matter of fact, I came to pay a ticket. Not to pay it. I came to a hearing at the 3rd floor. And the guy who take care of me over there, there's something that is not right. By the way, do you guys understand what I'm talking right now? Because my English maybe is not good. But
Yeah, it's fine, sir.
no, but you can see my facial, everything. You can tell that I'm Spanish. And he says to me at the end, oh, if you have any complaint, go downstairs, the second floor tonight, because there's a hearing where you can come and bring whatever you want to bring. You know why he said that to me? Because he says they speak Hispanic. Hispanic. It means that he's racist. And I don't understand how the city has someone working with people. Over here we got black, Hispanic, Polish, all kinds of race. How he going to be racist? That's not right. That's the only thing I can say. And about the store, if the city don't want that store there, the only thing they got to do is pay what we pay for the store and get us out of here. Because before, I'm sorry, can I get like 30 seconds more? Before I had a store in Derby, Connecticut, in Sonia, Meriden, and I never was treating the way I've been treating in New Britain. And there's a guy over here. He used to work downstairs with the mayor, and he can tell you guys how many times I come over there, because it was not even a parking. They gave me.
You can wrap it up now.
Yeah.
Okay. We get your, you made it very clear.
Yes.
All right.
So, if the city, like I say, I don't know, but if the city doesn't want us over here, just pay whatever we pay for the store, get us out of here, we go. Somewhere where they can love us. I got love for everybody, because there's a guy who made me walk and talk.
Okay.
His name is Jesus Christ. So, excuse my language if I'm going too high, but I feel very upset with New Britain City.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
How much was your ticket?
We still have public participation, and let's hear from the next speaker, who is Lynette Macaruso.
Hi, I'm Lynette Macaruso, and I live at 45 Park Place in New Britain. And I just want to give my endorsement to a declaration or something like this declaration about climate change and the need, I think, to get people excited about it here in New Britain. Every man, woman, and child could really give a hand to having cleaner air, cleaner water, cleaner soil, and feeling like they're part of a mission to make New Britain cleaner and greener. I've been saying that for a long time. I think this first statement, the first whereas out of the 11 whereases, is whereas on November 23rd, 2018, the federal government issued a climate study detailing the massive threat that climate change poses to the American economy and underscoring the need for immediate climate emergency action at all levels of government. Well, that just went poof, right? Because our federal leaders now think climate change is not even a word that you can utter. And meanwhile, over these past 7 years, pollution has only increased. It's increased everywhere, but it's increased in New Britain. And I think it's time to face reality that the federal government isn't going to help us anymore and take it on ourselves. I think these hard-hitting problems with pollution can best be dealt with by hard-hitting New Britain people. And by that I mean, I think we need to conduct our own study. And there might have been, you might have knowledge, you people on the council and on the commissions, you might have knowledge of prior air quality studies that have been done. And I seem to have heard, and this could only be, a rumor, that the air quality in New Britain does contribute to higher rates of asthma among children. We need to find that study and look at it. But first of all, we have to get agreement from a group of people that represent every sector of New Britain. And the K through 12 curricula needs to be updated to include what you as a young citizen can do to help reduce pollution. And with this air quality study, I'm just thinking, tell people you're going to do it and get them excited about it. Use TikTok, use Facebook, get the word out. New Britain is going to tackle its environmental problems and make it better. And you can help, and then get started with that. But I agree with Aram that it's an all-hands-on-deck possibility. It can be very exciting. It can be very positive. And we'll all learn about science, and we'll all breathe a little easier and a little cleaner. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you, Ms. Magarusso. The next speaker I have is Alberto Duarte.
Good evening. My name is Alberto Duarte, and I live at 119 Willow Street, New Britain, Connecticut. Reason why I'm here is I had a young woman, Mallory, from Parks and Rec a couple months ago that had asked me, how can we keep the Willow Street Park safer? Now I handed out my proposal, hopefully to everybody on the panel. So I'm going to start. Number one, got to keep safety in mind when designing the park. 2, lay out the ability to make visitors more comfortable to navigate. The park is a major factor contributing to visitors feeling safe. Consider adding easy, recognizable landmarks or reference points to help people find their way. Number 3, here's a key takeaway: vandalism and loitering after hours. To avoid that, you need to increase public visibility in the park. It can discourage vandals, as can creating a city park that welcomes families, or another strategy is to educate your community about the consequences of vandalism. Number 4, install good lighting in the park facilities like the playgrounds and restrooms. You should also have motion-triggered light sensors in some areas. Perform regular inspections, and I put self-explanatory. 6, keep things clean. 7, put up clear signage that promotes easy navigation for visitors and improves city park safety. Signage displays the rules of the park. Number 8, consider a surveillance such as AI recognition. It senses behavior and nervousness in real time. 9, install emergency buttons like they have in colleges. 10, have a security service patrol the park for illegal activity and to notify the New Britain Police Department of illegal activity. 11, this is my dream all these years. Erect a building for family activities like movie nights and other recreations and have rules implemented. 12, to start that, we need an LLC to get different sponsors in our community to get involved. 13, do fundraisers. 14, also have community meetings. So what I'm thinking is, like right where the HRA building is, I would like to have a rec center over there for everybody in the neighborhood. Because summertime, people are afraid to go down to the park for various reasons. So thank you very much, and I hope this gets passed.
Thank you, Mr. Duarte. That's all the names I have on the list. Let me make a call for anybody in the audience who wishes to speak to the council. Anybody wishing to speak? Anybody else? None in the audience? Is anybody calling in? No calls. That concludes the public participation. This time we give any alderpersons an opportunity to briefly remark on what they've heard from the public. Alderwoman Scott.
Hey, hi, everybody. Peace and love. Thanks so much for you guys for coming out. I like seeing all the happy faces. So Figueroa, I think was the first one. I I agree. We need to look in, oh wait, you weren't the first one, sorry. Aram, you're first. Aram, thanks for coming out and thanks for sending us all that information. I appreciate it, and I think that we should definitely sit down and look more into helping out our environment. And I like the plan that you guys had back in 2019. I hope that we can all agree on looking into that. And because the flooding is a huge issue throughout the city, and trees will help prevent flooding, and trees also help our environment. So we need to replace our trees when they're getting old, and make sure that we're replanting them so that we can help our environment. And so I hope that we'll look more into that resolution that was already, we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We just get to go ahead and run with this and figure out. Thank you so much for coming out. You live in my ward, and I'm concerned about some of the things that you said. I am a huge human rights activist, and to hear some of those things, especially when our alderman said earlier, ironically, that this is the anniversary of civil rights or something, right? So it's really sad with what's happening in this country today to hear some of those things, and I hope that we can sit down and talk and figure out what we can do to help you and support you and make everybody feel safe. And Kelly, thanks for coming. I hope that we can possibly figure out a way to help support you as well on your concerns. And the person after that on West Main Street, I didn't catch your name. Yeah, so I do want to sit down and talk with you as well, because I'm really sorry that you're experiencing what you're experiencing. And I think you're saying that you have a business, and I am a strong advocate for small businesses, especially multicultural businesses. So I don't want you going anywhere. And so I want to help support you and make you feel safe and make you be able to help support you to make your business sustainable in this city, because that's what we're supposed to be doing with small businesses. We're supposed to be helping and maintaining and keeping you here, not telling you to go somewhere else. So I'm sorry that you feel that way right now, but let's try to sit down and figure out how we can help support you. And who's after that? Oh no. And so the businesses, and then Lynette, thank you so much for coming. And hello, and yes, let's clean up and let's get our environment clean. And yes, there are studies, because I'm a mental health provider, there are studies that connect asthma with learning, learning, the environment affects everything, mental health or physical health. So it's really important that we have it clean, that we are helping to keep our air cleaner, our environment cleaner, because our kids are not healthy when, we want to raise healthy children in our neighborhoods. So let's work on that. And Alberto, I want to thank you, first of all, because I see you out there doing community work out here, like picking up the bottles, doing different things like that. So thanks for doing all that. And you see a lot that's happening in our neighborhood. And I know you gave me the list a couple times, and I know you did a lot of work on that. And so, yes, so I think we should work on cleaning, and we'll look over your list, and hopefully we can connect with the NRZ, I'm thinking, to work on some of the things that you have there. So thanks so much for coming, and I think I got everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other alderman? Any other alderman? Alderman Smedley.
Thank you, sir. I'll be brief. I just wanted to rise to provide some supplemental information to what Mr. Ayalon spoke about this evening with the climate change. Just to give you guys some factual information, this past summer we planted 89 trees at Osgood Park. The year before, we planted 30 trees throughout the east side area, and the year before that, 20 throughout the west side area through a grant program. And those are just free planting of trees in our parks and in different areas. In addition to that, I want everyone to remember and consider that when we renovate a school building, we do work to make it a LEED building, which means that it complies with most of the green energy rules and regulations for new construction, which also requires that we reduce the impervious area on those properties. And for instance, homeschool will include a brand new green real field, not turf. We don't do turf fields in our school renovation projects, But in addition to that, those school building projects also include new tree plantings throughout the campuses as well. In addition to that, green energy, we continue to put solar installations on all of our new buildings and look for ways to reduce our utility utilization. So we are continuing to meet the requests of that climate change that we all unanimously voted for. And we still plant trees. Thank you.
Thank you. Seeing no other aldermen who wish to remark, this concludes the public participation part of the meeting at 7:31. Our regular meeting will begin shortly.
Good evening. I call to order the December 10, 2025 regular meeting of the Common Council. The time is now 7:40 p.m. Mr. Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Alderpersons McNamara,
Here.
Scott, Simpson. Here. Smedley, Malinowski, Hargraves, Gibson, Delernia, Santiago, Barbosa, Sanchez, Vargas, Maldonado, Centeno, Ortiz Luna. 15 members present, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Clerk, may we all rise for the invocation, which will be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. O God, our Heavenly Father, as we celebrate the holidays with our families, neighbors, and friends, we give thanks for the fond memories of Christmas and holidays past, of the loved ones that may no longer be with us. Protect those who keep New Britain safe, and to those who provide services for the less fortunate in our community. We ask this in thy name. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Alderman Santiago for any amendments.
No minutes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Clerk, any petitions?
There are 4 petitions, Your Honor. Alderpersons Smedley, Delernia, Gibson, Malinowski, and Hargraves asking for the appropriate party to provide a timeline and details on hiring a new council administrative aide.
Was that in council? Yeah. Okay. So send that to the council office.
Alderman Smedley and Delernia for a complete list of all City of New Britain job positions, civil service, or appointed that have been frozen for the 90-day period.
That would go to the Human Resource Department.
Alderman Smedley for the appropriate department to provide information on the Allen Street project status.
And that would go to the Public Works Department.
And Alderpersons Smedley and Delernia for a complete list of all members of the mayor's transition team, including their names, titles, and roles.
And that would be referred to the mayor's office.
That's all, Your Honor.
Thank you. Alderman Santiago for the consent agenda.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept a consent agenda of item A, B, C, D, E, F, and G.
So motion made by Alderman Santiago and seconded by
Alderwoman Sanchez.
Alderman Sanchez. Okay, Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderpersons McNamara,
Aye.
Scott, Simpson,
Yes.
Smedley, Malinowski, Hargraves, Gibson, Delernia, Santiago,
Yes.
Barbosa, Sanchez, Vargas, Maldonado, Centeno, Ortiz Luna. 15 in favor, Your Honor.
Motion carries. We will move on to the first item on the agenda. Alderwoman Scott for item number 1.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept and adopt item number 1.
Second.
Second by Alderman Hargraves.
This is our season's greetings, and we rejoice with our families, and during these holiday season is a time of the year for us to reflect on our traditional values and what is truly worthwhile in our lives. Families and friends gather to reflect on the past and look forward to a hopeful new year. So let it be resolved that the Common Council of New Britain, that the Common Council sincerely expresses our wish for a holiday, a peaceful and loving and a hopeful and joyful and happy, healthy, prosperous new year to all of the citizens in New Britain. And also let it be resolved that we wish all of the citizens of New Britain a happy winter solstice, a Merry Christmas, a happy Hanukkah, and a happy Kwanzaa. And I don't want anyone here in New Britain to feel that you are alone. We are all family here in New Britain. So I urge adoption of this.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Any questions or comments? Okay, seeing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Item number 2, Alderman Santiago.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept and adopt item number 2.
Second by Alderwoman
Barbosa.
Barbosa.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is for the add addition timeline for the petitions for our petitions for the city council for submission to the clerk. Also, I would like to make a motion to amend section 10.1 as provided to all members in the documents before you. That part, it was also an add-on in which I read it. So let me read it. Section 10.1 would be, sorry, excuse me, Your Honor. Had it right. All right. In which right here, for the amending is, any table item shall not be carried over to a new session of a common council. In addition, when considerations of an item is only in order during the same session of the common council that the items to be reconsidered was voted upon. This pertains to resolutions that are tabled or that were voted on prior to the elections. But what happens is that when we have a new session, a new term, those are items that some people would think would be able to consider, but we don't have those members might not come back to the council. So this is just one clarification that we had sent to corporate counsel for some wording, and they sent these recommendations. And I urge adoption.
Is there any other?
Actually, I'm sorry, urge amendment.
Is there any other section in there?
No, that's the one for that part. But that was amended. It was a 10-1.
Okay, so any questions or any questions or comments on the amendment?
Mayor
Alderwoman
Sanchez.
DeLuna.
Yes, through you to Alderman Santiago. I question the need, we just approved the standing rules most recently at our last committee meeting, so I'm wondering why the change now, and if you can explain the basis for why we're doing this.
Yep. Thank you. To you, Your Honor.
Proceed.
So we did accept the rules in the beginning, but obviously through all the things that's transitioning and everything that's going on, due to the fact that we don't have a supervisor, administrative supervisor at the point of time, we're considering the new person that will come in. It's giving them a chance to be able to kind of adapt to everything that's going on, and at the same time, petitions, it takes a lot of paperwork. Everyone thinks it's just a quick write-on. No, the clerk, whoever the person is, has to write it up, has to report it to the clerks of committees, has to do it. There's a lot more things to it than just a quick pen or the paper. So this was just give some time for the person that's going to be stepping in, to be able to get used to everything and adapt to what our system is.
My understanding is it's worked fine in the past, and at what point is this new person going to be brought up to speed? How long is that going to take?
Alderman Santiago.
To be honest, I can't tell you until we find a person and actually have them sit there and talk, because I can't tell you how the person's going to work out until we hire them. So sorry to say that. And then there was some times too there were some games played about the petitions. They wanted to hold up to the last minute. We did it before. It was back and forth, some games they were playing. I'm trying to cut the games. I'm trying to be straight up forward about things. So this way the people have a chance, opportunity to see the things as they go, not just games that are being played. So this is just, for, like I said, transparency reasons.
Any other questions? Alderman Smith.
Just a point of parliamentary figure. Do you want to vote on the amendment and then continue the discussion? Because I do want to continue discussion.
So, okay, seeing all in favor of this amendment, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay.
Nay.
Motion carries. Any further discussion on the amended amendment?
Yes, sir.
Alderman Smedley.
Thank you, Your Honor. I just have a few questions for our council administrative supervisor, Jessica Giratana, if I may, through you, Your Honor. Is that a no? She's not going to answer questions, or? No, I have a question for Ms. Giratana related to petitions. Correct, which is related to the petitions. They're trying to change the standing rules related to the petitions, correct? The petition procedure?
Yes.
Suited by.
Point of information, to help you out, Mr. Smedley?
Sure.
Okay, Alderman
I'd just
McNamara.
like to read the amended on petitions, which is section 5.1, that it asks that any petitions be submitted the day before the regular council meeting by 8:15 a.m.
That's correct.
And the intent of that is transparency. It is so that there'll be a written statement for the council to see. It may not be, and hopefully posted to the public ahead of the meeting. So the intent is transparency, so everyone can see a petition. If a member of the public wants to come down and comment on it, they can. So it's mainly to President Santiago's point, creates a reasonable time for everyone to see it plainly in writing and for the public to respond to it.
Yep, I have no question about that, and we discussed the same thing in leadership. I do have a question through you, Mayor, to Ms. Giarratana, though, if I may. And I'll say the question ahead of time. I just want to inquire about how many petitions during your time as council aide supervisor did you have to file paperwork or do anything related to the petitions beyond helping type a petition up for a council member who may have asked you in advance? Was there any formal process that you took part in as part of filing petitions with the clerk's office?
Through you, Your Honor.
Corporate counsel.
The question is...
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you as well.
The question is well taken. We're going to have to look that up and get back to you on that.
Okay, so Ms. Giarratana is present. She can't answer that question?
She doesn't have the information available to her right now.
She worked in the position for more than 14 years.
Your Honor, this is all the information that I have. We will follow up on it.
Okay. All right, and I'll wait to follow up, if I may continue. So I have some real concerns about creating a stopgap in the petition process because essentially it's an avenue and a catalyst for us as council members who've been elected by the citizens of New Britain to bring concerns forward to the council publicly, right? So there may be a chance or a time where a citizen has a concern and they bring it to a council member. And for instance, in November and December, we have one meeting a month, right? So if I don't make the Tuesday deadline to get that petition, and I now have to wait a month for the next meeting to bring something of concern up to this body. So that's my first concern. My second concern is, what's next? Are we going to require the public to have to stop into the mayor's office to file their questions and their statements to be reviewed prior to public participation? Because that's essentially the same thing, right? The public walks up to the podium and asks their questions, and then they get a response within a timely manner if it requires a response. Same thing. The petition process, alder people submit a petition, handwritten or typed, to the clerk of the city. The clerk reads them aloud publicly at the meeting so that they can't be censored or changed or altered, even though tonight all the words didn't get read aloud in our petitions. But then moving forward, it's a 1 to 2 week response process, which we accept and we understand. So it's not a gotcha process that we're looking for, it's just a continued transparency. And to say that there's a process required that takes time that a new council aide or supervisor will have to learn, I don't buy it for 1 minute. I really don't. I'm aiming to keep this process transparent by allowing us to continue to submit petitions live at any meeting. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Alderman. Any other comments on Alderman?
Not to prolong this, but when the last term as a newly elected member, I was discouraged from filing petitions for information, you may recall, and said, just call the department head.
Correct.
Which you do both things, I think, which I support, filing petitions. But I don't think you can have it both ways in terms of, on the one hand, on one day discouraging petitions from being filed, which I was, and now putting a reasonable time frame so that it can be put in writing with clarity for all to see, to respond to. And also, there's always exception. If there's an emergency or something else, there are always exceptions to our regular order. Thank you.
Any further Alderman Smedley.
Thank you, Mayor. Through you to my colleague, Alderman McNamara. I don't believe we discouraged you from filing petitions. I believe what we discouraged was the repetitive requests for information that was easily obtainable by calling a department head or emailing a department head that you could then share publicly if so required as an elected official.
Any further discussion? Alderman,
I just want to move the amendment we're voting on, is that it? Amendment, okay, thank you.
Alderman Scott. Oh, Alderman Barbosa.
I just want to say that allowing the time frame to be changed only promotes transparency and public access. Posting petitions ahead of time gives the residents a chance to review what will be discussed, attend the meeting, and participate when appropriate. This protects the community's right to be informed. I don't think petitions should be a last-minute thing. I think they need to be properly reviewed, properly submitted, so that the public can get it all together on the agenda. It shouldn't be a surprise. Someone shows up, there's a petition put in, and the public doesn't know about it, and it's discussed in a meeting, and a resolution is created, and it's passed, and no one knows about it except for the person who put in the petition. I think it's a discouragement to the public, and I think it's an unfair move to the public to try and slide in a petition last minute, in my opinion.
Alderman Scott.
I agree with our Alderwoman that this does promote transparency, and having it in writing is good to have it in writing for the public, similar to the resolution process, that there's a time limit that you can put it in. And I don't think that there's any reason that we can't address concerns that the public has, whether it be in writing or not. Like, you can still call and address your concerns with the department head or talk to our mayor. There's ways to go about that if there is an emergency. It doesn't have to be in a petition form to do that. So I think there's no reason that we shouldn't be able to do it this way, so that there's a time limit to having it in writing. And I also do agree with our other aldermen that we were discouraged to put in petitions before in the past, and there wasn't clear transparency, even when calling department heads and such. So I think that there's nothing wrong with doing this so that our public knows when we're putting something in writing, and we're still going to be responsible for addressing concerns ongoing. Thank you.
Thank you. Alderwoman Delernia.
Again, I want to comment on thinking that you were discouraged in the past. I know as a former commissioner on the police commission, we oftentimes would get redundant petitions that have either been answered in the past or could have easily been answered by the chief if a phone call was made. So I really ask that you not state being discouraged. I don't think that was the case at all. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderwoman.
Your Honor, I move to call the question, please.
Okay. Alderwoman calls the question.
We've done the amendment, right?
Yeah, it's on the amendment.
So, yeah, roll.
So we'll, all in favor of the item as amended?
Your Honor, there was no second on the.
Oh, yes, there was a second.
I actually said second. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes. All those in favor of the item as amended, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay. Nay. Party line, motion carries. Alderman Sanchez for item number 3.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept and adopt item number 3.
Second.
Thank you. This resolution is for amending Resolution 36575-2 to authorize Mayor Bobby Sanchez to negotiate and execute a ground lease between City of New Britain, New Britain Housing Authority, and JHM Group. And it reads like as follows. To his honor, the mayor and the common council of the City of New Britain, the undersigned bear leave to recommend the adoption of the following. Whereas on September 25th, 2024, the Common Council approved Resolution 36572-2, which authorized Mayor Erin E. Stewart to negotiate and execute a ground lease with the New Britain Housing Authority and JHM Group and any document related thereto in accordance with the terms outlined in the resolution. Whereas the City of New Britain Housing Authority and JHM Group have been negotiating the terms of the ground lease but have not finalized nor executed the document. And on November 11, 2025, Mr. Bobby Sanchez was sworn in as a mayor of the City of New Britain. And whereas Resolution 36575-2 needs to be amended to authorize Mayor Sanchez to negotiate and execute the ground lease with the New Britain Housing Authority and JHM Group, and resolve that Resolution 36575-2 is hereby amended to authorize Mayor Bobby Sanchez to negotiate and execute on behalf of the City of New Britain a ground lease agreement with the New Britain Housing Authority and JHM Group and any documents related thereto in accordance with the terms outlined in the resolution, and I urge adoption.
Thank you, Alderwoman. Any questions or comments? Alderman Sampson.
I have I think a point of information on the prior resolution. Did we vote to call the question, or did we vote to just pass as amended?
Mayor, point of order. Thank you, Alderman. You're absolutely correct.
Oh,
the mic. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. You voted on to move the question, but you didn't vote on the amendment. So you'll need to go back.
Go back to vote on the amendment?
Take care of that. You can finish this one here and then go back to that one.
Okay.
Thank you, Corporation Counsel.
Yeah.
Any other comments on this? No? Okay. Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Now going back to item number 2. And that's to vote on the amendment. Do I get a second?
Second.
Mayor, that would be
Item as amended, I'm sorry. Second by Alderman Sanchez. Okay. Do we have any further discussions? No? Okay, all those in favor of this item amended, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Party line, motion carries. Okay, item number 4, Alderwoman Sanchez.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept and adopt item number 4.
second.
Second by Mr. Santiago.
Thank you. This resolution is for the amending Resolution 36576-2 to authorize Mayor Bobby Sanchez to negotiate and execute a cooperation agreement between City of New Britain Housing Authority, and JHM Group. And it reads as follows. To his honor, the Mayor and the Common Council of the City of New Britain, the undersigned beg leave to recommend the adoption of the following. Whereas on September 25th, 2024, the Common Council approved Resolution 36576-2, which authorized Mayor Erin E. Stewart to negotiate and execute a cooperation agreement, including an amendment to the existing 2012 cooperation agreement to remove the reference to the Mount Pleasant Apartments with the New Britain Housing Authority and JHM Group and any document related thereto in accordance with the terms outlined in that resolution. Whereas the City of New Britain Housing Authority, and JHM Group have been negotiating the terms of the cooperation agreement but have not finalized nor executed the document, and on November 11, 2025, Mr. Bobby Sanchez was sworn in as a mayor of the City of New Britain. And whereas Resolution 36576-2 needs to be amended to authorize Mayor Sanchez to negotiate and execute the ground lease with the New Britain Housing Authority and JHM Group, and I urge adoption.
Any questions or comments? Alderman McNamara.
Could I ask Ms. Woody to come up and answer a question? This was authorized a year ago, September, I believe, but as the amendment, as the resolution explains, the agreement between JHM, Housing Authority, and City did not get done. As I recall, this was a phase one, just phase one. Ms.
Yes.
Woody, there'll be other parts of this project coming forward in the near term?
The
for
project has
council?
5 phases.
Pardon me?
The project has 5 phases.
Okay.
We're tearing down 251 units, and we're replacing it with 333 units. So instead of moving all 188 people out of Mount Pleasant at one time, we divided it into 4 phases to limit the disruption to the families. Families that are currently living in Mount Pleasant will be moved into the vacant units. As people move out, we're keeping those units vacant so the people can move into those, so that children don't have to switch schools, and medication and everything else can stay the same.
So 1 of 5. This
is one of 5.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Woody. Any other questions or comments? Seeing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Item number 5, Alderwoman Barbosa.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept and adopt item number 5.
Seconded by Alderwoman Sanchez.
This resolution is for the Federal Highway Safety Funds of $9,999.36 for overtime for the Click It or Ticket program to support seatbelt law enforcement efforts during the holiday season. I urge adoption.
Any questions or comments? Okay, seeing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Alderman McNamara for item number 6.
Thank you, Your Honor. Make a motion to accept and adopt number 6.
Seconded by Alderwoman Luna.
This is a regular report from the revenue collector, formerly tax collector, on refunds, abatements, corrections, with funds going back to the taxpayers. It's in the amount of, total amount of $28,680 for this report, and I move adoption.
Any questions or comments? Okay, seeing none. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Item number 7, Alderwoman Vargas.
I make a motion to accept and adopt item number 7.
Seconded by Alderman Simpson.
Thank you, Your Honor. Whereas the City of New Britain uses ESRI Enterprises GIS software to maintain a database of vital information related to police, fire, EMS, assessor's office, building, planning and development, and public works departments. And the Public Works Department seeks to engage ERSI, who was the existing software provider, to provide the support services outlined and to submit a proposal for a fee of $16,720. And this funding is available from the Engineering Professional Services account. And I urge adoption.
Thank you, Alderwoman. Any comments or questions? Seeing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Item number 8, Alderwoman Ortiz Luna.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept and adopt item number 8.
Seconded by Alderman Santiago.
This is to authorize a purchase of 2 windstorm blowers for the New Britain Parks and Community Services Department from Snow White Power Equipment in the amount of $22,384. Funds are available, and I urge adoption.
Thank you, Alderwoman. Any questions or comments? Alderman Hargraves?
Thank you, Your Honor. First, there's no New Britain Parks and Community Services Department. It's the Recreation and Community Services Department. But also, I spoke to the director of the Recreation and Community Services Department, and they said it's not for her department. So I'm just curious. I don't know if Mr. Moriarty knows what exactly this department is for. Your mic, Mr. Moriarty.
Let's see. No, I don't know. I assume based on the resolution that it was for that community services. I knew what they're replacing, but I did not rate this resolution.
Yeah, I was informed that it's neither for the golf course nor the cemetery, and that'll be the only things that the Recreation and Community Service Department would need. So I don't know what department this is for.
Actually, I mean, it probably is miswritten. I mean, though, from our fleet manager, I mean, these are basic units that we use at the golf course, in parks, on trails. I mean, they're basically just leaf blowers or for multi-use trails where we blow off debris from the trail. Could use them in a downtown area. They're just a stand-on blower. And these two are replacing two that we use in parks and roadways. Yeah, so for that resolution, why it's written about community service and parks, I'm not sure.
So do we know who submitted this resolution?
I don't know if it was written by the purchasing agent in according to our fleet manager. I'm not sure.
Maybe it's a fleet manager.
I'm not sure.
I just don't understand how we can pass this. We don't know all the answers to the questions.
Alderman Santiago?
I can get a resolution pretty quickly, but.
Well, Your Honor.
Alderman Smedley.
The resolutions have to be submitted through your office, correct? So does Mr. Artana know who submitted this resolution?
Corporate Counsel. Jeff? Piper. Okay. I got him off here.
Jack Piper.
Jack Piper. Did you get that?
Yep. Okay. So is Mr. Piper here? No? Okay. I move that we take this resolution until we have further information and can update it.
Okay, so we'll table this. Motion. All in favor to table item number 8, say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Alderwoman Barbosa for item number 9.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept and adopt item number 9. This is regarding the purchase of a 2026 Ford F-150 for the Public Works Department, Utilities Division, Water Department to replace a 2015 Ford F-150 that was damaged due to an accident not at fault of the city employee. And I urge adoption.
Any questions or comments on item number 9? Alderman McNamara.
Just a comment. I recognize the need to these vehicle purchases, but I think it was a year ago. I think the council can expect a new report on efforts to have conservation and move toward vehicles that have a less of a carbon footprint. And I think that's incorporated into the plan. And is it Mr. Piper that provides that?
Yes.
Yeah. So I look forward to seeing that report, but I'm supportive of the resolution tonight.
Any other questions or comments? Okay, seeing none. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Item number 10, Alderwoman Ortiz Luna.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept and adopt item number 10.
Second by Alderwoman Sanchez.
This is to authorize a purchase of one new 150 Ford pickup truck for the New Britain Public Works Department in the amount of $42,751.10. Funds are available, and I urge adoption.
Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Item number 11, Alderwoman Barbosa. Okay, I think I have Alderman Malinowski.
Thank
Sorry
you, Your
about
Honor. I make a motion to accept and adopt item 11.
Second by Alderman Gibson.
And this is to purchase 2 new vehicles for the Facilities and Energy Department, one of which being a new 2026 Ford F-250 truck in the amount of $57,846 to replace a 2009 GMC pickup truck. And the second one is a 2026 Ford Explorer in the amount of $36,140. And this will be a new vehicle added to their fleet. And I believe there was a placeholder for account number, so the item has to be amended, but I urge adoption.
Your Honor,
Alderman Santiago.
I'd like to make a motion to include the account number, which is provided to the members of the document, which is
Second by Alderwoman
which is 2553-15055-5741. And I urge the amendment.
Any questions on the amendment? Alderman Hargraves.
Thank you, Your Honor. If I may, through John Delgadillo. Is he still in the room? Did he leave?
He was here.
I don't think John Delgado, I don't think he's here. He was here earlier.
I just want to make sure that the correct department is listed here. I'm not sure if these vehicles are actually for the Facilities and Energy Department. So I wanted to clarify. Do you know, Mark, or?
Yeah, they are. 130, which is the Explorer, is a replacement vehicle for John Delgadillo specifically. It's the vehicle it's replacing. Did you guys, I think you guys got copies of the issues for all the vehicles. 130, let's see, it's replacing a vehicle 19 years old. Transmission is in need of replacement. Estimated repair cost on that repair is $6,500. Yeah, it's also having other codes showing the transmission overheating while it's driving. Yeah, the amount of repair costs are exceeding the value of the vehicle. The vehicle's been brought to Jengris Ford multiple times, and they have not been able to fully diagnose the issues. The other vehicle that's listed in this one is a primary plow unit used in property management. It's 17 years old. It has a vehicle life cycle of 10 to 12 years old, and the repair costs also exceed the value. So.
All right, thank you for that additional information. We didn't have that in our package.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Alderman. Any other comments or questions? Okay, so this is as amended. All those in favor say aye.
Aye. As amended.
As amended. All those opposed say nay.
Wait, no, I'm sorry, Your Honor. Your Honor, pointed, we're still under the discussions of the amendment. So we're still on that. So.
Okay, still on, okay. So any other questions on the amendment? Seeing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Now discussion on as amended. Any questions? Seeing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Item number 12, Alderman Centeno.
make a motion to accept and adopt item number 12.
Second.
This resolution is in reference to purchase of two 2026 Ford Police Interceptors for the police department through the Public Works Fleet Division. And I urge adoption. The total cost is $142,500, and I urge adoption.
Thank you, Alderman. Any comments or questions? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Alderman Centeno for item number 13.
I make a motion to accept and adopt item number 13.
Second by Alderwoman Luna.
Also on this resolution, it's for the purchase of another Ford Explorer for $44,491.79. Three of them, I'm sorry, three of them. And for the police department, and I urge adoption.
Thank you, Alderman. Any questions or comments? Any questions or comments? None? Seeing none? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second by Alderman Centeno. Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Meeting adjourned at 8:21 p.m. Thank you.